Group 1's next to his name, but the Group 1 action ain't done yet. Getting ready for the Verry Elleegant and the return of Sir Delius. He won 2 Group 1s last spring after he was ruled out of competing in the Melbourne Cup Carnival. He's back up in Sydney. He's had 3 trials for the Waterhouse and Bott team. The mile might be a little short for him, and he will improve as he deepens into the preparation. The Verry Elleegant was once known as the Chipping Norton. Let's get a history lesson.
For 98 years, it was known as the Chipping Norton Stakes before changing to the Verry Elleegant Stakes in honour of the 11-time Group 1 winning mare, who won the race twice.
She's brave, she lives, and she wins her second Chipping Norton.
The 1600-metre Group 1 weight for age feature, originally held at Warwick Farm before moving permanently to Randwick in 2016, has been won by some of the most famous names in Australian racing, including Phar Lap, Boom, in 2019.
She starts to draw clear from world record of 23 Group 1s. Winked by 2 lengths to Happy Clapper. He made it exciting.
She still takes your breath away, does Winks, and maybe Autumn Glow does something similar today. Chris Waller uses this as a target race, but also as a launching pad into the deeper parts of the Autumn Carnival. He has won 11 of the last 15 Verry Elleegant / Chipping Norton Stakes, including Verry Elleegant herself twice and Winks on 4 occasions. This year, he has 7 of the 9 runners, including this superstar in Autumn Glow.
The crowd is rolling in to get a glimpse of Autumn Glow ahead of her, hopefully getting her 10th victory and her 2nd Group 1. She's standing there nice and calmly in her stalls, taking it all in. It's the calm before the storm, and hopefully she can make it a perfect 10 today.
Now Autumn Glow going through her gears, charging away now the up-and-coming stakes, and she remains unbeaten. Autumn Glow extended away. Autumn Glow knuckling down now, and the filly's back with a bang. Autumn Glow roars away to win the Derby Munro. Now Autumn Glow, she's starting to open up the shoulders, and here she comes. But Autumn Glow protecting her unbeaten record, and this magic mare makes it 6 out of 6. And Autumn Glow remains unbeaten. She was born a winner. She's the real deal. But now she opens up the shoulders. Autumn Glow's got a length clear. They're looking at greatness. Another chapter in this stunning career. Gave them the eye and went on by. Look at the mare go. Oh, she oozes class.
They were so patient with her. Had her first crack at a Group 1 at start number 7. Incredible CV. Just short of $7 million, Lizzie.
She is just an excitement machine. Any horse that wins consecutive races, we get behind, but it's in the manner that she's been able to win them. Most recently, she's got the tactical speed like we saw from a horse like Observer. She's got a powerful turn of foot, and she just puts her rivals in the hurt locker. This was her first up into the preparation. She just cruised past them, and then James McDonald says, okay, off you go, hands and heels, ask you for an effort, looking at the camera saying, wowee, I've got a really, really nice one underneath me.
So she's looking for 10 in a row, and she wears the colours of yellow and black. Here's Emma Freedman.
Great to see Craig Williams up in Sydney today, and the primary reason for being up here is Sir Delius. Obviously, we haven't seen him for a while. Talk to me about the trials. You don't have to be super honest, but he's had 3 of them. How's he prepped up for today?
Well, one thing about Sir Delius is he's a great racehorse. He beat all the best horses we had through the spring in Melbourne, and obviously subject to the protocols and processes in Victoria for the Melbourne Cup runners, then we didn't get to see him in the Cox Plate or the Melbourne Cup. So he's had a really extensive time to get back to be suitable to race, and he's had 3 jump outs in preparation for this first up Group 1 assignment.
Mile first up, typically we know that he will get better once he gets to the 2,000 metres and beyond. Can he be effective today over the 8 furlongs?
Absolutely. His trainers, Adrian Bott and Gay Waterhouse, are really happy. They've got him really ready for first up, but he's got just natural improvement. He is a horse that does benefit when he gets out over a little bit further. He will benefit from his first up run since the spring, but we're also taking on probably one of Australia's best horses as well. But Sir Delius, the way he performed through the spring, can easily put his name up there on that mantelpiece as well. So looking forward to the competition today.
You're so right, taking on the like of Autumn Glow, 9 from 9, looking to go 10 from 10. How does that play in your mind today? Because she's looking for an incredible milestone.
My job's just to beat her, and I've got a great horse in Sir Delius, and like I said, it's first time this year, so we're looking forward to him putting in a forward showing, and hopefully he can stop her dominance. But it is great for racing, and we love being part of it, and I've now got a really good horse. We just got to see how he's under race conditions today.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Brilliant. This is the Wallarami, 7 out of 9. It's hard to believe Lindemann will be so honest to roll forward. The Derby winner, Aliana, could flash late. No one knows how good Trinity College is. His first run in Australia, Soul of Spain and Valiant King and Wootton Verney are more of stayers resuming. That is the Wallarami. We've literally got cameras everywhere on the screens of 7. Now we're with Katie.
Terrific win of Observer and Australian Guineas. What were your thoughts mid-race?
I was wrapped, actually. Brownie went forward. He wasn't in a hurry to get there. I thought he rode the horse competent. He made the other horse 60s do a little bit of work, then relaxed Observer, and it's been no secret Observer has just grown up a lot mentally and physically, and to come back from a derby and put 2 on the board. He was unlucky not to win a Guineas in the spring. And when Brownie elected to go down the inner again, I was like, whoa. But nah, it was fantastic.
I just love how confident he rode him, and he was so composed. It's like he knew all along that no matter what Damien Lane was going to do to him on the outside, he had it won.
Well, he rode him on Monday, and he said didn't matter what happened between then and now. He said if he's still alive, he'll be winning.
It's just extraordinary. He's just come from strength to strength. Do we see him up here in Sydney now?
Possibly. He's got very good options now. That was a target race we wanted to hit with him, and given he was unlucky in the Caulfield Guineas, so he can stay to 3-year-old company and come up here. Probably the Rosehill Guineas would be a nice race. The Derby, or he could stay in Melbourne and have a crack at the Australian Cup.
A massive day for the stable, and you keep training winners. I'd say it's a bad day to be a beverage right now.
No, we're all business at the moment, but it'll be a bad day to be a beverage about 6:30, I'd imagine.
Well done, Kieran.
Cheers.
Good job.
Bad time to be a beverage about now. This is the Tab Verry Elleegant Stakes Trophy, a piece of silverware coveted by every single runner in this field, and we're counting down to our last Group 1 of the day as we check in with Ali Mosley for a market.
Bad day to be a tab trader as well here, Em. So some big liabilities with multis rolling through. We've of course seen Tempted, Observer, and now Autumn Glow coming up as our $1.25 favourite here. She has 85% of the money here. That is astronomical. So Delius on the second line has been a drifter, 650 to 850. Aliana actually has stayed pretty solid around 11s. Trailwolf 12 to 15. Lindemann out at 19 from 16, and then it's 61 or more the rest. There's nothing I can tell you except it is one way. Huge go, as you would expect. 85% of the book here sits with Autumn Glow. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Thank you, Ali. And the atmosphere here is something special. We are witnessing and possibly a new great chapter of Australian racing unfolding before our very eyes as we take you into the yard for Chow Wolf. Of course, he won 2 Group 1s last spring. First up into the preparation in the Apollo, had a little incident, but he's been cleared by the stewards to run.
Yeah, so he's obviously had his issues. He's looking nice and fresh the way he's bouncing around the yard. He needs to, I think, really show us today that he's back. So Delius, well, he's been trialling up okay for mine. He tends to lug in a lot, but he's been, let's put it this way, he's been doing a lot of work at the trials, so he is well conditioned and ready for a big run from Gay and Adrian first up. And what he did in the spring was something to behold. Lindemann is the likely leader here, definitely wants the track on the firmer side, so he'd be happy that it's more in the soft range than heavy.
Correct, and we've had an upgrade to a soft 5 now, so he'll be the horse right there on speed, leading them up a merry dance. He rarely runs a poor race, does Lindemann. The 4, Wootton Verney. In a way, he's semi-unexposed, isn't he? Because he's won a Kunji, he's won a Rosehill Cup, he ran well first up in an Apollo for a horse who doesn't like shorter trips. Once he gets to the 2,000 metres, he's going to be exciting.
Yeah, he is. I think you definitely need today's race, but watch for him, lady. We're doing his best work as well as Solar Spain. He's another horse that really wants to step out past the 2,000 metres, and he'll use this as a bit of a stepping stone. Valiant King, another horse sort of in the same boat. Of course, ran 3rd in a Caulfield Cup at Group 1 level behind Half Yours, and then ran in a Melbourne Cup, ran okay without a lot of luck. So he's resuming here. His trials looked like he's stretching out nicely.
A few of these horses looking towards possibly a Sydney Cup in time. Fascinating runner is Trinity College. He's Group 1 placed in France. They bought him in a private sale. He is an entire by Debawi. I'm going to tell you right now, he would not have been cheap.
No, out of a Galileo mare too, so he's supremely bred and he's handling the occasion, his first run here in Australia, and he's drawn well. But here she is, Autumn Glow, and she is just moseying on like she's been around Randwick 100 times. The way I saw her out the back, she's just so quiet, calm and collected, taking it all in. And just cannot wait to see her in trying to win her 10th win from 10 starts and her 2nd Group 1.
All surfaces, doesn't matter where you put her. She's got a turn of foot. She skips across the ground. She's looking for her 2nd Group 1. And Aliana, well, I tell you what, she was absolutely brilliant first up into the prep.
She sure was, and she's only going to improve off having that run under her belt. So she'll find the box seat and she'll be hard to beat.
Let's get a market mover with Ali.
No surprises, it's Autumn Glow because nothing else has firmed outside of her.
Yeah, it's a fascinating event. She is very, very short, Autumn Glow. But how do they beat her, Richo?
That's the $64 million question, or what is it, the $1.25 or $1.30 question, Katie? I don't think they can. You can imagine a scenario, correct me if I'm wrong here, does Lindemann just roll forward and lead? Sir Delius will be right there on speed, and James McDonald's able to just pretty much pick his spot, because with Valiant King, Soul of Spain, Wootton Verney, those sort of stayer types, surely he can just slot sort of maybe 2nd pair back and pretty much just come into the race when he's ready. Is that fair?
Yeah, it sort of looks a race in 2 with the speed, doesn't it? So you've got Lindemann, Autumn Glow, Sir Delius, all with good speed. I don't think it's the way to ride Aliana for speed, so I think that they will try and find Autumn Glow's back, and I'd say Chad Schofield will sort of have that similar tactics to try and find Autumn Glow's back, because that's the only way that I think that they can try and beat her, is to follow her in, try and get the drop on her. So I think for James McDonald, it's just rhythm is key for her, and it wouldn't surprise me even to see her sit outside Lindemann. That would not shock me if Sir Delius happened to be a bit slow out and slow to muster. So if that's the case, I'd say he'll let, if Sir Delius wants to sit outside Lindemann, I'd say he'll probably find out the 1 out, 1 back position. And yeah, Wootton Verney, Trinity College, Solar Spain, Valiant King will all be back. So I think there'll be a nice spot for those 3 horses, Autumn Glow, Sir Delius, Aliana, and also Chow Wolf.
It's rare that a horse at such an expensive yearling actually lives up to the price tag, but she's certainly doing that.
She certainly has, yeah. It's an interesting point you make, because often when they're so expensive as a yearling, we almost put the mockers on them, don't we? And not hope that they aren't as live up to their price tag. But she's been every bit worth her $1.7 million, $1.8 million price tag. What's 100,000 amongst friends, Richo? But I suppose the question marks for me in the race is Sodelius back from injury. He's also had, substandard trials. Chaya Wolf setback. Is he back to his best? No blinkers on. Aliana, to me, is a big improver, but I just don't know if they can beat her when they're going to spot her a start.
101st running of a race that was formerly known as the Chipping Norton and now named after a two-time winner in the champion that is Verry Elleegant. Here we go, the Verry Elleegant Stakes.
Ready now on the tab, Verry Elleegant Stakes, Group 1 over a mile. Ready. Racing, Wootton Verny was last out. Autumn Glow jumped really well. So did Lindemann the outside, and Aliana's pretty close, and Sir Delius as well. All the big players are up there. Chaya Wolf will settle in 5th, followed by Soul of Spain, then Trinity College, Valiant King, and Wootton Verny is the last one. They settle down, and Lindemann's just ambling forward on the outside of 3 other runners. Autumn Glow just eases back a fraction. Nash is staying very wide here on Lindemann, and there's a narrow leader from Sir Delius poking to 2nd, Aliana 3rd, and McDonald just eases back at Autumn Glow, and she'll sit in a great position 4th. 2 lengths clear from Soul of Spain. Chaya Wolf are half the outside. Further back to Wootton Verny, has made some ground on the inside of Trinity College, and Valiant Kings last of all. Now Lindemann gets to the front. 20-1 today, Lindemann. Out by a length and a half. Sir Delius first up today is parked on the outside of Aliana. Sir Aliana today is in front of Autumn Glow on the run. Autumn Glow 1 out, 1 back. Then Soul of Spain. Chaya Wolf right behind, followed by Wootton Verny. Then Tritton. Further back to Trinity College and Valiant King. Coming around the turn, Lindemann in front, Sir Delius the outside, Aliana the inside, and Autumn Glow's coming off heels. Up the rise, Aliana moved up. Aliana takes the lead, but Autumn Glow's cutting loose on the outside. They're sprinted hard. Sir Delius 3rd. Autumn Glow now gets a neck in front. Aliana showing tremendous fight on the inside, but Autumn Glow gains the upper hand. She's the perfect 10, and it's only just beginning for Autumn Glow. A half length. My goodness, how good's Aliana gone yet again? They gap Sir Delius 3rd. Soul of Spain's run on. Trinity College as well. Then Wootton Verny, followed by Chaya Wolf, Valiant King. And Lindemann ran out of puff today and weakened out.
Is she the perfect racehorse? Might just be. She's 10 from 10. Absolutely crunched everywhere on the tote. James McDonald moves within 4 of Ollie. It was a perfect ride on the perfect horse. Defeats Aliana, the mare that was a Derby winner as a 3-year-old filly. Sir Delius is a multiple Group 1 winner. He's been made to look just fair compared to her, and Soul of Spain, the stayer, resumes. Katie, congratulations to you and to James and the family. By gee, she is a rock star.
Yeah, she sure is. She's a superstar, isn't she? And as you said, she is just the perfect racehorse. She begins out of the barriers so quickly. She puts herself in a spot. You can see that when they really wanted to go forward with Sir Delius and Lindemann, James just had to come out of that battle, but he didn't do it quickly. He just did it softly and still just kept her in that rhythm. And then once she got the cover that she needed, 1 out, 1 back, she switches off. And you could just see when Sir Delius gave her the perfect card around the corner. I tell you, Aliana has just run out of her skin. She is such a good racehorse and just so unlucky to run into the likes of champions like Via Sestino, Mr. Brightside, now Autumn Glow. So I do feel for Star Thoroughbreds and all the connections there, because Aliana is an absolute dead set superstar and made Autumn Glow work for her win today. So James McDonald gets his Group 1 victory, of course, on Autumn Glow, his first one, because Karen McAvoy, of course, won the Epsom handicap on her last spring. So, yes, the perfect 10, and just gives you goosebumps watching her run, Richo.
No doubting that. So that's 6 wins in the race for James. Huey's got 7, so some race for those two.
Yeah, poetry in motion, isn't she? And there is John Massara, and he's had some good ones in the past. It's taken, he said, 20 years to find another good one, and this is who she is, Autumn Glow. Chris has had a few good ones. I wonder how it feels this time around.
There's very few things you haven't achieved in your career, but a horse 10 from 10 you now have ticked off. Only one other trainer has managed to do that in the last little while. How's it feel?
It's good. Yeah, it's a relief. It's getting to that stage now where it's a relief when she wins. She was made work today, but she was second up mile. I think there's a bit of improvement to come still, which we'll need in the next few runs, but yeah, she's a star.
Can you feel the public sentiment building?
Yeah, you can. It's great. Yeah, racing gets right behind the headline acts, and unfortunately it's our job to make sure they get there and things like that, but well done to my team. They make it all possible, and yeah, as I said, she's a star.
A nice little thing that I noticed in Rocky strapping her today, of course, the strapper of Verry Elleegant.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly right. Her normal strapper, Piso, he's away on holiday in South Africa for about 6 weeks, so Rocky was the man to stand up, and it's big shoes to fill. And with Rocky having had the experience of pressure racing with Verry Elleegant, yeah, you're right, it's a touching win and a bit of red there. And
I've got my Verry Elleegant bracelet on as well. You got the socks?
I've got my lucky socks, but underneath the lucky socks is the Verry Elleegant.
Your feet must be sweating.
That's tonight's problem.
George Ryder?
Yeah, George Ryder will be a perfect race for her. Well, 2 weeks after your first up run, it's never easy. This race is always a tricky race, but it flows now. We go 3 weeks into George Ryder.
Well done, and good luck with those feet tonight.
Thank you. You too.
I love the special socks, Chris. Well done. So for James McDonald, this is Group 1, number 125, 96 of them in Australia. So maybe the 100 Australian Group 1s might come up in this autumn. And for Chris Waller, 187 in the blink of an eye, Lizzie. The 200 club will be soon.
He's a master. He's a master of being able to place his horses to perfection. He knows the right people to have on board to give them every opportunity. And James McDonald looked as though he loved that victory. I'd love to hear what he says after the race, because Emma is alongside him.
Toughest test to date, and she does it again, 10 from 10. Are you feeling pressure now?
Oh, no, not with her. She knows her job so well. She's trained by Chris, who's been there and done it before, so he knows what it's all about and how to handle these those moments, you know, with a mare like this. So she can't be in better hands. She's just keep ticking the box and move on.
We can't move on because the public, and we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, you can feel that they're starting to clue on to the fact that she could be the next big thing. What do you think we need to do to get people to get behind her? I know you mentioned the plushies, but there feels like lots of things we can do.
She'll do it herself, I think. She's got that demeanour where she's got that presence where you just fall in love with her, you know. Like Animo had presence and he captured everyone's imagination. This one will do. She'll take it to a new level because of that unbeaten streak, but she's a cool chick and she struts around like she owns the place and she knows she's very good. Today was obviously, it's gluey ground, so you're never going to put a margin, accelerate like she did last time. So it was about just getting the job done and then hopefully move on to the George Ryder.
And then after that, what do you want to see her in?
Queen Elizabeth.
Desperate to see her in over the 2000.
Yeah, I do. I think she'll win it.
Well done.